feels good. It feels real good. I'm not gonna lie.
That felt right.
Let's
That's
get this.
exactly what I needed.
Let's get this going.
All right, it's showtime.
Showtime.
Kicking it with the Crosbys.
All right, everybody. Welcome to Kicking It with the Crosbys. I'm your host, Mason Crosby, and this is my brother, Rees Crosby. Say hello, Rees.
Hey, well, coming at you. Right? Well, yep. Showtime.
All right. Oh, it's showtime. All right, so we're ready to roll here, and we're sitting up in our cabin room, the barn here above my garage in Brentwood, Tennessee, just cutting up some tracks for you. So a lot of stuff on the docket. Big couple weeks here. This last month, there was the NFL draft. We had the schedule release for the NFL. Liverpool's with Klopp's last game. It's going to be emotional, maybe. I mean, be careful over there, Reese. I know. So we're going to talk about, kind of review some of the Premier League stuff. Stuff near and dear to my heart. I want to talk about my stuff with Trivella Pathway and the teams that I'm involved with, and then if we dive into it, we'll do a Champions League review and our preview. I'm sorry, it hasn't happened yet. The final has not happened, so we're gonna dive into that. Wait, is that a secret?
Wait, has it? What day is it? Don't worry about it.
Reese doesn't know where we are, what's going on right now. I mean, you don't know much, but especially in that space.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
You know a lot. You know a lot about everything.
I know
or
some
nothing.
things. I know some
things
and some stuff. That's for sure.
No one's gonna prove that you don't know something, right? I mean, who's gonna prove it?
I'm like I don't know the things I don't know, but like the things that I know, I know them. That's honestly the clearest that I can put it. I have no comment. You just talk a lot, I just go, I don't know.
I don't know. Is this golf? We talked about this earlier. Reese, real quick, 3 favorite golf courses you've played.
St. Andrews.
Just St. Andrews? What St. Andrews?
True.
Just St. Andrews?
St. Andrews, the old course at St. Andrews.
Okay, that's better.
Okay, like that had to be explained, which is the old course at St. Andrews. They invented golf there. No big deal. Okay, it's whatever. Totally played it. I totally eagled hole number 10. I birdied 18. It's whatever. It's totally fine. I don't even remember. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, until today, I don't think you did. I mean, we talked about it.
I did actually kind of forget. Troubadour here in the Nashville area, freaking awesome. You can golf with no shoes on if you want. It's amazing, but it's like a world-class place. And then number 3, I don't know. There's like a putt and fun, like putt course, like in Round Rock, Texas. Like that course made me. That made me the man that I am today.
Did you have any hole-in-ones on it?
I mean, at least 3 around. Like I was buckets. I was just draining it left and right. So I'd say St. Andrews Old Course, Troubadour, and then putt and fun center at Round Rock, Texas.
Okay. So you have experience on some elite courses, and I think
been around.
Yeah, I think you know what you're talking about.
I've been around. I've seen some stuff.
All right, let's pivot to the NFL side of things. So we're going to talk, a little bit about, a lot of different sports, but I think some of our main focus is going to be around football, American football, and European football, or soccer. You call it soccer, right, Reese?
Call it whatever you want.
I'll be whatever you want me to be.
Call you whatever you want.
So obviously, playing there in Green Bay for 16 years, love the Packers, love the organization. The fans are just top notch, and I think it would be a disservice if we didn't discuss the Packers draft, the upcoming season a little bit, since the schedule was just released here recently, and kind of dive into the weeds on what we think they're going to look like, and how everything's shaping up there. So what kind of as I looked at the draft and, clearly taking an offensive lineman in the first round there,
Yeah.
Replacing a legend and David Bakhtiari,
I mean,
he's going to be missed.
the man wasn't pitch perfect, for heaven's sakes. Like, you can't, like, I just don't. That's big. It's big shoes to fill. That's all. I mean, that's all I know.
Yeah, I mean, unless this guy has a movie career, then I don't know if he can ever compare to Bach.
Can't ever surpass. No, but
No.
yeah.
No, but the hope is, I saw very fast. What do you run, a 5-second 40?
It's just terrifying. Like, for such a large man to run that fast. Like, I just if he just gets going on a screen and he hits me, I think I just turned to dust. I think that's just it. That's my last day.
Do you think that you would be willing to, with a head start, run away from him? And if he caught you within a certain distance, he could like tackle you and hit you and like.
Yeah, so like, I mean, just a good old fashioned foot race with some violence at the end. I'm always up for that challenge, and I know 1,000% chance I'm screaming most of the time that I'm running.
Okay, and how much of a head start do you think you would need?
Depends how far. If I don't know, 10 yards at minimum.
Okay. I think you can beat him.
I think I can get. I'm pretty quick. I'm nimble.
Yeah, you're quick. If it's less than like 50 yards, I think you got it.
I got him. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we've cleared that up. So, first round draft pick, going to be awesome, obviously, because he runs really fast and is really big.
I mean, I'm sold now.
But I mean,
well,
clearly after his injury, he looked like, oh my gosh, what are you doing?
You're just the injury. Clearly, everyone talks about this, and I don't think it's a big deal. The man literally tore his ACL and then came back and played every single snap. Didn't miss a single one.
I have a concern about ACL injuries. I mean, it just is something that concerns me. As a player, as watching it, it's like, I was fortunate. I never had an ACL injury, but I just know, like, seeing guys on the team that like have had ACL injuries, it's just, it's worrisome. And I know, it's not fun. It's not fun for them.
He's a big, strong man, and I think he's going to be just fine.
Okay. Well, I have confidence as well, but I do have concerns about ACLs.
I mean, you in high school, you had a knee injury. What was that? It wasn't ACL, but what was it? That was ACL, was it not?
It was not an ACL. I never tore my ACL. Don't put that out there.
My ACLs are so strong. Whatever. But then, so, I mean, as far as it goes from there with offensive line, which needs to definitely be addressed, then it goes to the second round. And we got a linebacker from A&M. Which, as a Texas Tech fan, I'm always a little skeptical. I'm not really sure. It's a rivalry. I don't know how those guys are going to have.
You have a hard time with that? Yeah.
I just it's always just so deep rooted. Again, Texas football, A&M versus Texas Tech. I mean, they don't play each other anymore, but historically, it's always there. But that dude, athlete. He's an athlete, though.
Let me give the fans a little insight into, oh my gosh, can these guys play next to each other? It's two SEC players. You have Quay Walker from Georgia, and then you have A&M linebacker, and they're coming, like, how are they going to be on the same field together? Like, I get asked that question all the time where it's like, don't you, like, do you not hate that person because, like, they played for a rival team or a team in your conference? And it's like, okay, like, when we're in the locker room, and I get it. I mean, it's like fandom is like, deep seated, but it's like, okay, we're on the team. We're trying to accomplish the same thing. And I think some of that makes you better. Cause like you're going, you might, there's hard times. You're, making the other guy wear your jersey. If like, say Georgia beats A&M, it's like you make those bets on games or different things like that, where it's like fun back and forth. And that's like what makes teammates bond more than having this, like, I literally can't look at you because you played for this team, So that's just a little insight on that. But And then
I love that
Packers
stuff.
drafted what, 14 safeties?
It was 14, 18 safeties. I think all of them are from Georgia, I'm pretty sure, give or take. It just seems like, I mean, literally every year we're drafting someone from Georgia. Like, it's absolutely crazy. The Packers they love Georgia, which, why would you not? Like, they're just freaks of nature down there with how talented they are. So,
Yeah.
and then, I mean, just a surprise. I mean, not a surprise, but with the pick, but just the fact that it needed to happen with Aaron Jones departing. Drafted a guy out of USC, Marshawn Lloyd. So
Yeah. He's supposed to be really good.
yeah, I mean, played at I think South Carolina for a few years, and then switched over to USC, and just again, I think gonna be a solid choice there. I mean, another good running back with Josh Jacobs coming in, pretty good contract. So obviously going to be running back number 2, but you never know what could happen there. So
Reese, where did Aaron Jones go again?
I, I hate to say, I hate to say, all right, fine. I did not know. I knew he left. I did not know where he went until
I'm so dumb.
Today. Yeah, today. So
It's a hot
I'm today
take.
years old. I'm today years old that he went to the Vikings, everybody. Just a quick heads up.
But Reese, I want to applaud you. I mean, your take on some of this has been really high level. So, like, you're crushing it. But
Yeah.
that had to be said because as we're getting into this more, it's pretty funny you didn't know Aaron had gone to the Vikings. I think you probably couldn't hear it. You were probably just literally like,
I didn't want to hear it. I was
that's
like,
it. Yeah.
like, oh, Aaron left. I'm like, I'm out. I can't handle it.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones
Yeah.
gone. I'm devastated. And I'm just like, I just shut down and I just curled into the ball in the fetal position. I was just like, I don't want to know.
I don't want this.
I refuse.
I can't live in a world where this is happening.
Yeah. But I mean, I think as overall, more players, there more linebackers, defensive back, lineman. Everyone literally every spot was addressed. 6 defensive players, 5 offensive players, 49 safeties drafted by the Packers this year, which is great. But overall, I mean,
they're gonna have a lot of good special teamers.
They're ready to go. So
it's always solid.
Yeah. Overall, I think, good draft by the Packers this year.
No, I agree with you. Yeah, that's. I think we should talk about the schedule a little bit and kind of some of our thoughts on the games that
I'm feeling. I'm ready.
We're a little concerned about, and then
hit me with the teams, and I'll tell you. I'm just ready. I'm just.
Well, I mean, we got to talk about the fact that they're going to Brazil. So
Brazil.
Why could I never go to Brazil? I mean, I got to London. That was awesome.
Yeah. I mean,
Brazil? Are you kidding me?
You can go to Brazil. It's like.
Am I allowed to go there?
That's a good question. I mean, no, you can go. It's legal to go there. You just
Okay.
It's like a ticketing thing. You
Do you have to be invited? Is it an invite only place?
No. Anyone can go.
Oh, I just pictured Brazil as like a big club. Like you kind of had to be invited. You go and everyone's dancing like it's carnival.
Just everyone's dancing.
It's just dancing.
I want to dance. I want to go and I want to dance.
Yeah, we need more music.
Yeah.
Can you find us a little music? I think you need a dance.
Let's
in
go.
honor of the Packers playing in Brazil. We just need to dance. Oh.
Brazil, here we come.
Oh, he's shaking it.
I don't know why I went with this one. Feels right.
All right. That was worth it.
Brazil, everyone.
That was worth every penny. They're winning that game for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So looking at their schedule, they some tough games early, but after the bye week is when they run down the gauntlet. It's going to be tough. I told you I was going to say gauntlet.
Gauntlet. Yeah. All right. Hit me with the teams down the stretch. Let's see.
Bye week. After the bye week. This one's a tough one to start with to say. I said the word gauntlet, and then I say they start after the bye week with the Bears.
Trash. Instant win.
I know. That was All right, just pretend that one doesn't. That one's not there. That's
Yeah.
not there.
Like
Bears aren't there.
we're wasting everyone's time by even
Okay,
mentioning the Bears.
I know.
That's a W. That's a
But
W.
we have to talk about that for a moment. Okay, and then 49ers in
Trash.
Lambeau,
Win.
Dolphins in Lambeau,
Trash. Gonna beat them too.
Lions in Ford Field,
Trash. Gonna beat them too. Next. It's the same answer for him.
Seahawks,
Let's see what this.
Saints,
John Ryan doesn't play for the Seahawks anymore. We got a shot.
trash.
John Ryan, trash. Love you so
No,
much.
John Ryan's. Come on.
Oh, John.
I'm not going to let you say John Ryan's trash.
No, I love John.
Seahawks without John Ryan's trash.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. All right. You said John Ryan trash.
I didn't mean it
All right.
though. I love John.
All right. Love you, John. Vikings in US Bank Stadium.
They have a good running back this year. I've
Oh
learned.
my God. They have a good running back. Oh my gosh. That's your take? That's
No,
your
I'm not.
take on the Vikings.
Well, I just learned it today, so I'm just trying to pretend.
They have a good running back now. Oh yeah.
I just learned it today, so
I
I'm trying
forgot.
to pretend that I did more research than I actually did.
Okay. Aaron could be the difference maker. He could take them where they need to go.
Thank you.
And then Bears at the end of it. So
I don't understand what the team that he
let's
is.
make a quick prediction on what we think their record is going to be, and this can be on our first.
Oh my goodness!
First podcast, first show ever. We're making predictions, and my prediction is. Let me look at it real close, just a little
bit. Do some
bit.
calculations. What's the algorithm say? Where are we gonna go with this? Yeah, people to 1, 2, 3, carry the 1 to 7, and then move it over here. This is a lot. Okay, it's a lot of math. It gets hard.
My prediction, hot take, 11-6.
Whoa.
I think Lions are just. I don't like to say it. As a Packer and as a longtime Packer, my take is, we're always going to win the division. Like we did a ton, and like that's the expectation. Lions are going to be the team that we have to beat. Lions are the team that Packers are going to beat.
Hot take, real hot take. I dig it.
I think 11-6. We don't win the division. We beat the Lions. If we can beat the Lions both games, we go. I think it's a 13-4. I think there's a split with the Lions. That's my take. We're going to split the Lions. We'll beat them at home. It's tough to go on the Ford Field. I hate Ford Field. Let's not even talk about that. What's your take? What's your prediction? What do you think?
I like how you moved on quick. I like it. You're right. I mean, like Lions are up and coming, they're not up and coming. They're here,
they're here. Last year they showed up.
I don't even like saying these words. I don't even understand what I just said. Like
it's like I view the Lions kind of like how I view you sometimes, like a little brother, kind of like
I get you every so often. Sometimes
you have some moments, and it's like I got to be a little weary and I have to play really hard because like you can sneak up on me, but
I'm gunning for you. I'm gunning.
Always viewed the Lions that way, and now they've grown up and they're they've gotten strong and fast, and they're something that is to be reckoned with. Yeah.
I think if I have to throw a number out there, let's see. You said 11-6.
I remember there's 17 games in the
17. Holy moly!
I know that threw you off. You're probably like, man, your math doesn't work.
How many games do they play? This is getting
all right. Just give us a number. You're not really going. I don't even see the schedule in front of you. You don't even know who they're playing. You forgot.
Just because I know it by heart. Brazil, and then they play the Bears twice. There was a bye week.
They're playing Brazil.
Are they not playing Brazil?
They play in Brazil.
Oh, we're talking different football, man. Different football.
I'm
like it's
all right. We're not there yet. We'll get there.
Got it. 10-7. 10-7. I think it's gonna be a little harder than you think. One game is gonna be a lot harder than you think. I'm not gonna tell you which game it is. I'm not gonna tell you which game.
All right. We'll get more into this. So
it's too early, man. It's freaking
our schedule prediction. This is an early take. We could change. I could change
it any moment.
Yeah. This is not in stone. We're not gonna put this in stone yet, but All right, I'm 11-6. Reese is 10-7. That could change a lot, but that's our take for the schedule.
There's 17 games, everybody. And
Yeah,
Aaron Jones plays for the Vikings. New stuff. We learn something new every day.
Oh, Reese, you're the best. All right, I want to shift to European soccer for a little bit. I don't know what a good segue is in this moment, but maybe someday we'll have a sponsor that will kind of fill this transition gap here, where it's like, no, transitioning to
sponsors, possibly you.
Okay, so here's something I want to talk about, and I was talking to Molly about this today. And so this is for Molly as much as anyone else that maybe doesn't know how the soccer seasons kind of how they run. We're going to give a little bit of an insight to maybe American football fans that haven't really gotten into the soccer scene. So I'm going to give you a little background. A few years ago, I bought into a group called Travella Pathway, and we bought a team in England called Walsall FC.
Let's go up the Saddlers.
Up the Saddlers. So they're just outside of Birmingham, UK, and they are in League Two. So the goal with that, oh gosh, I don't know if we have time to go down this rabbit hole, but so fast forward, we bought a team now in Ireland called Drogheda United, and they are in the Irish Premier League. So how European international soccer works is just like the NFL in the US, every country has their top league, which in England is the Premier League. And then in England, it has, 4 tiers. So it's Premier League, Championship, League One, and League Two. And then they have all these semi-pro leagues down below that. So the goal in European soccer is to promote up out of these lower tiered leagues up into the Premier League. That is the ultimate goal. So if you get into the top 4 in League Two, you promote up into League One, and the bottom 4 in League One come down and will get what is called relegated into League Two. So it's a very unique system. We'll kind of keep diving into some of the ins and outs of that, but the system is so different than what we're used to here in America, and their seasons are different as well. So the English Premier League and most of the major leagues in Europe have end mid-May to late May. So they just ended this last week. And where Drogheda, which is in the Irish Premier League, their season it aligns more with the MLS. It starts in February, goes through November. So what's nice is you start following a soccer club overseas, you're never going to be without a season. So you can always have something filling that gap. You can watch your basketball, watch your soccer, your hockey, if you will. Are there hockey fans? There are hockey fans still.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I mean, I love the Preds are awesome. They're fun to go to.
I can name 3 hockey fans that I know, and they like it.
Big time.
Big time.
I think it's coming. I think it's back. It's good. And I don't want trash hockey. I actually really enjoy watching it. But
I love hockey.
It's awesome live. I love going to live hockey games.
I love hockey. Big hockey guy.
Sorry, I had to say that because I felt like I bashed it a little bit. I was kind of poking fun at hockey for some reason, which I shouldn't have done.
That's a bad one to poke fun at. They get to fight.
They fight.
They get to fight. See, this was a mistake. They get to fight.
All right.
They have to the 5 minutes and it's a major.
Is this my first apology? Do I have to make my first apology?
Wow.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
I'd like to apologize to all hockey fans and all hockey players that have ever played. Do I say that?
It's your apology. I didn't say anything bad.
All right. I apologize to all of hockey.
The whole hockey.
The puck,
hockey.
The sticks, just hockey. All hockey.
Good references.
Good
references. Pucks and sticks. Yeah. Good reference.
Yeah.
He knows what he's talking about.
Blue line. Hat trick.
The crease. Knuckle puck. Flying V's.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Mighty Ducks.
That's all I know. All of my hockey knowledge comes from the Mighty Ducks.
Dude, oh my gosh. I'm Charlie Conway. I'm just a normal guy. I love sports and I don't even really care about it, but I'm Charlie Conway. That's who you are. You're Charlie
Okay,
Conway.
you're the cake eater, Adam Banks, and everyone knows that. You're such a cake eater. Look at you.
Name someone that knows that other than you.
What, Adam
You
Banks is
said
a cake eater?
no that
Everyone knows it.
I'm like a
We all talk about. We have a group text and we all talk about it. It's called
there's a group chat.
Cake Eaters Anonymous, and we all just talk about you and all your elitist mentalities that drive us crazy.
Oh
You,
my
Adam
God.
Banks, are just that mean cake eaters.
All right, whatever, Charlie.
That's what you get for making fun of hockey. It comes back
Yeah.
around.
Dude, we didn't want you on that. Like, they didn't want Charlie Conway on the team.
I'm not Charlie Conway.
Emilio Estevez wanted to date his mom. That's the only reason Charlie Conway was on that team. That's a fact.
I mean, that's pretty much true. Everyone hated Charlie. They're like, he's so bad that they didn't even want him on the team. And then, like, in D2, when they're like, it's your time to shine, or no, D1.
Now he's the leader. Yeah.
And now in D1, they're like, who's going to take it? And like Charlie. And everyone's like, no, not Charlie. And it's so ridiculous. And then they go to D2, and then they're like playing Iceland, and Adam Banks comes back and he turns his wrist and he can play again. And then they're like, but we don't have a spot. And Charlie's like, I'll sit out. And did you notice how no one argued that? They weren't like, Charlie,
He still was so bad.
You've been doing so good. They're like, sweet, thanks, bro, appreciate it. Like, thank God.
It's Captain Duck.
Yeah, thank goodness someone else said it, because I wasn't sitting out. We all knew Charlie was going to be the one to sit out.
Exactly. Adam Banks had to come in and save the day.
Yeah. Because you're so showy. You're so showy. God. Anyways,
I am. I would definitely hit my penalties glove side, because that's what
you are. You're more Gunnar Stahl almost than you are.
What? I'm not Icelandic. Don't call me an Icelandic.
He was literally one of the best youth hockey players in the entire world. So it's kind of an insult, kind of a compliment.
Couldn't get by Julie the Cat.
Julie the Cat. She did come in cold and save the day. No, you're right.
Okay.
You're right.
I feel really good about our Mighty Ducks stuff right now.
This is good.
That's what we needed to kind of segue into this next part.
I'm ready. Segue.
I don't know where it's going, but let's go there. So this last week, and I think what it did was it got me nostalgic, going kind of back. And so I kind of want to talk about Liverpool a little bit, and
always
the Premier League ending. Did I explain anything first off about soccer, international soccer?
Yeah, they play different times of year. Dragado, Walsall, we were there.
And listen, if you don't have a team, we're going to help you find some teams to support, and that's the thing. And so that's where we're segueing. And now we're going to talk about Liverpool, because Reese is wearing the hat.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Boom.
So Liverpool, we have supported for a very long time, Reese, since he was 10 years old.
Yeah.
And it's, there were some hard times, I think, early on, watching them. It was not an easy supportership. Then a great coach and a great man, Jurgen Klopp, showed up. And, this last week, he just coached in his last game in the Premier League at Anfield for Liverpool. Man, it was awesome to watch him win that. It was awesome to see that game. Do you think Van Dijk wanted to score so bad in that game?
Did.
He was shooting at like 25-yard bangers outside the box. He was mad every time he didn't score, like on a corner, on a header. He wanted to score one in Klopp's last game.
Yeah, he was playing like he did at like Celtic, where he'd like just smash them from downtown. Like you saw it, like those things dip and swerve. Like he can hit it, he just never does. But he can. Like he was getting scrappy out there for sure. I liked it. The fight was like amazing. They've gotten scored on first in like over 20 games this year, which is insane.
Yeah.
And then they didn't allow one. They should have had a couple more. Like it was just like you could tell the effort was like next level for this game. And why not? I mean, again, those dark times before he came in, I've been a fan since I was 10. Liverpool has never won the Premier League in my lifetime until Jurgen Klopp came along.
Yeah.
And they won the Premier League, they've won the Champions League. He's literally won every trophy that is out there for an English team to win. And it's absolutely impressive to see what he's done. Because like I said, yeah, there were dark times. It was tough. Some of these squads that we put out there. And then Jurgen came in and made people believe, made the city believe, and brought Liverpool back to its glory days of what it once was. So yeah, absolutely awesome.
Yeah, and I think what the ownership group has done. I think they've just they helped allow they allowed Jurgen Klopp, and they allowed them just to go and get what they needed, and to attack it in the way that they needed to be competitive again. And
Yep.
so applaud them for
Applaud.
doing that. I mean, that's not always the case. I mean, and they've done it without just they haven't done it the relatively the Man City way or different way. It's what do you?
Yeah, no, 115
I didn't know
charges, a little cheating
Uh-oh.
going on. Oh, no, sorry, that's too much. That's too much. I said too much. Jurgen,
But yeah, I mean they've just gone. It's they do it kind of the Packer way. I mean, it's kind of fun to watch it where it's they get kids from their academy, they develop players, they love bringing in, and Klopp was the best about playing his young guys and having their back and just letting them go out there and get the experience and play in all these big matches, so that whenever they were called upon and they could develop them up to become really key players on their first team, they were ready to roll, and it wasn't too big for them. So yeah, applaud Jurgen Klopp. He is definitely, he's going to be missed. I'm excited to see what this new group. I did not realize that the whole coaching's. I mean, it was
yeah,
they're just they walked out there everybody after this game, and they're just they're all gone. We're
Yeah.
turning over a new leaf here. It'll
I
be
mean-
interesting to see which players they kind of keep, or if they move on from some guys. It's going to be a little bit. We're going to be holding our breath a little bit this summer, and I'm sure we'll talk about it more as stuff starts unfolding. And it's going to be an exciting summer of soccer. There's a lot going on. We're moving closer to the World Cup. Is it Gold Cup?
No, well,
Copa America.
Copa
Sorry,
America. So
I jumped that.
That's the great part about what you're saying too, with how the seasons overlap, of it being, the English Premier League. A lot of European teams go from fall all the way to spring. MLS, Ireland, they play from spring to fall. So you kind of have it all covered. And what's really great is every 2 years we have absolutely massive international tournaments. With this summer is going to be Copa America for the American Cup, North America, Central South. They all play each other in an international tournament. And then the Euros, which is the same version, just in Europe. And that's all happening this summer, which is going to be absolutely amazing. Starting in June, the Euros start 3 games a day. Same thing with the Copa America. And then what's even better than just 2 years from then, we have the World Cup again. And that's coming to the United States, Canada, and Mexico. So it's absolutely going to be a fantastic summer to watch soccer. And I'm pumped. I'm going to be glued to the TV. I'm going to be watching all the games. I'm actually going to be in Scotland to watch Scotland versus Switzerland on the 19th of June. So that's just going to be epic. And then I'm taking the train down to London, and England plays the next day. So it's going to be a wild couple of days in Europe for me this summer, and I cannot wait. Literally, world football at its finest. Copa America and the Euros at the same time. I mean, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Can't wait.
I felt your passion.
I'm passionate. I love it. This is my, so I might not know all these intimate details about the NFL. I know a lot about the Green Bay Packers, but the NFL as a whole, not as much, not my specialty. But when it comes to soccer with national teams or even club level, I get fired.
Reese will be our resident historian, and kind of hype man around all these events. And, any questions, anything that we need about Liverpool or, Premier League and, U.S. soccer. I mean, I know he knows everything in depth, and if he doesn't, he'll make it up, and you'll have to kind of have to search it down.
Well, we need to clear this up. Just don't Google most of what we say. Like, it doesn't need. Just let us go. Just let us have. We're just riffing over here.
We're just a lot of opinion. We're gonna do a lot of opinions.
Yeah, like 83 to 87% of what we say is gonna be factual, and then from there, just trust us, guys. Just come along with us. It's gonna be great.
Be on this journey with us because it's gonna be a lot of fun. So the one other thing I want to talk about in the soccer world, which is exciting, and it's coming up here on June 1st, is the Champions League final. So we got Real Madrid versus Dortmund.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be interested to see who you're going to pick to win that game, and I'd like to give my kind of take on it and talking a little bit. If y'all don't know, whoever might be watching this, Champions League. So top teams in all the European major leagues of soccer. The top 3 to 4 teams, depending on how big the league is and like where it's located. It even changed.
I think next year the Bundesliga German league I think they get 5 somehow, just with they're expanding the tournament. So, but yeah, it's a little bit different. And then there's some teams that aren't as maybe in the biggest leagues that can like qualify and play in like a wild card almost to get into the system. But it's crazy. It's a tournament. It's a tournament within the season. So like, for example, the English Premier League, they are playing the English Premier League, just normal league games. And then every so often, every couple months, they'll play in the Champions League. So it's basically like they might play on a Saturday and then they'll go play on a Wednesday in like Istanbul or somewhere different and then fly back to England and then play that weekend again against the league team. So
when you're a really good team, I think what Liverpool was that 2 years ago? They played like 65 games or some ridiculous amount because they were in all these inner like league tournaments and things like that. Like all these, like especially the Premier League has FA Cup, Carabao Cup, whatever.
Which is the League Cup, Community Shield. You can play in that, and then
they have like all these other games aside from like their major Premier League games. So if you're a good team, you're playing a lot of soccer. And then again, they do schedule all the major events like World Cup and all that and all like the international stuff. It's more geared around the European soccer schedule because, like we said, MLS will be playing their season while Copa America is going on and Euros and all of that. So those players, if you get called up for your national team, will probably have to miss some club time unless they'll probably have some pauses in there, but it is right in the middle of their season. So let's go talk about the Champions League final real quick, and then we'll kind of wrap it up after that. But Real Madrid versus Dortmund, and I think Dortmund right now is one of the hottest team in European football. I mean, they're fun to watch. They're exciting. They just seem to have a really solid team. But then Real Madrid's Real Madrid. I mean, Real Madrid is so crazy when they get in the knockout stage in the Champions League. I mean, they won the Champions League more than any other team in history. Yeah. They are just scrappy and grinders, and they just find ways to win.
Well, and that's what's always interesting too, is it's like you kind of want to bet on the teams that have been there before. Like I always like to think of it like in a March Madness type situation. Like when you have certain teams that are in the NCAA March Madness tournament, like even if they didn't win their conference or they didn't have the best season, but they're in the tournament, like you trust that experience and you want it. Like Dortmund's only won the Champions League final one time. And then Real Madrid's won it 497. It feels like it's insane, and that's what's crazy is Dortmund didn't win the Bundesliga this year, but they're in the Champions League final. So it's really cool to have that experience. I mean, when else would you get a team from Germany play a team from Spain? Like that's what's fun and exciting about it. It's two very different styles, two very different players playing arguably the most watched game like every single year is the Champions League final. The World Cup final would beat it, but the Champions League final is right behind it. It's a worldwide watch sport. So I would say,
So who's your pick?
Yeah, for me, I have the team that I want to win is Dortmund. That's what I want to win. And it's for so many other reasons, but mostly the reason is just like once, honestly, just think of like Tom Brady and the Patriots. Eventually, we all just got tired, and we're all just like, "You guys wanted a lot."
Why'd you have to bring Tom Brady into this?
He got roasted the other day. I can throw him under the bus. Everyone else does, but it's just like eventually we all just got tired, and we're just like, we're done with this. And it's kind of the same. Like Real Madrid, they had, oh my gosh, a most dramatic comeback in the semifinals to even make it to the finals. And it's
But
just
I mean, do you think they had the refs in their pocket? I mean, I don't know if.
Why are we going conspiracy again?
I don't know if he was offside. So, okay, never mind. Let's not do that. Make your pick. This is ridiculous.
Dortmund.
My heart wants Dortmund, but my head wants Real.
Gosh, it's a passionate sport. Back off. I'm a passionate man. I'm an adult and I can be passionate about sports.
Oh my gosh, you are so
Dortmund.
like. I mean, you took 45 minutes to tell us that you wanted Dortmund to win. Thank
Dortmund.
That's what I'm waiting for. You get serious, Reese.
I'm not gonna say. I'm just gonna one word response. Dortmund.
I like that. That feels right.
What about you, Mason? Give us a one word.
Okay, well, I would pick Dortmund if they had Holland and if they had Pulisic still, but they don't. They don't have any of those guys. So
it's been a while.
Exactly.
He went. I feel like it's almost like a throwback at this point. Pulisic to Dortmund. That was the longest explanation I've ever heard in my entire life. Just explain everything. If they had these,
Real Madrid's my pick.
Whoa.
Real Madrid.
You didn't even talk about them. You're like, oh, Dortmund, I talk about them all the time. And then you flip-flopped.
Real Madrid.
Dortmund.
Picks.
Lock it in.
All right. One more thing I just want to talk about. Obviously, mention, it's like Reese's hat. He's rocking Liverpool tonight. I'm rocking Vapor Ministries hat. So this is a charity organization I've supported for a long time, and it has a lot to do with the group. And I'll talk about Trivela Pathway more throughout this podcast, just because it's something near and dear to my heart, what we do, and just supporting the people in Haiti and Africa, and trying to create experiences and get them out of poverty situations through the amazing game of soccer. It's been awesome to be part of that organization, and it's called Vapor Ministries, if that's something that anyone wants to look into and dive into. So, man, I'd like to say that was fun, but I don't know. Did you have fun, Reese?
I had a blast.
You're so serious. You're so serious.
Yeah, I'm so
You're
serious.
just such a serious guy.
I'm probably the most serious person I've ever met, and the most humble.
You're more serious than I am, probably 83% of the time.
You're like a robot. You're like over here, like feelings cannot compute. You have a high pitched voice like that too. That was a spot on you. Like the people that can't see us, like they just close their eyes and be like, "Oh my gosh, Mason Crosby, that sounded just like him."
I'm gonna turn your camera off on the next show just so that
and then they'll be
because
like,
you said that.
Why is there two Masons? Oh my gosh, there's a beep boop beep.
You're just gonna talk like that?
Just the robot.
Okay.
Just the robot the whole time.
All right, whole next show. If y'all want this, Reese will just be a robot.
I'm gonna be you, is what I'm gonna be. It's just
okay. Yeah. You just imitate me all next show.
Beep boop beep boop. Nailed it. All right.
Well, thanks for coming and hanging with us. We're excited.
Kicking it with the Crosbys.